everybody being here today for obviously a momentous occasion. All right, Landon PH? If you have not signed the guest book up there, please sign that sometime before you leave. Where'd you find that one?
From the rock pile, silly.
We've got water up there, anybody that gets dry. In any case, apologize for the conditions today, but it could be a lot worse. Thursday, I thought it was going to be a lot worse, and we weren't going to do this today. But we did. How many here knew that yesterday was the 150th anniversary of
the steam engine?
Who didn't know?
Completion of the Transcontinental Railroad at Promontory Point? Anybody didn't know that? Jerry. Yeah, Jerry, you know.
He's the only honest one.
Okay, that was yesterday, and thought about having this on the day of the 150th anniversary, but it would probably just been Virginia and I and Carl and Chris here to celebrate, and then we've been nice to have a few more folks than that. So we've done it today. So it's 150 years and one day ago that they did the big railroad. Understood it took about 5 years to build it. They actually started during the Civil War, but they had trouble getting manpower because it was all tied up in the Union cause for the war, even out this far out west. And correct me on this, it started, one end of it started about Omaha. That's where the UP started, and they went west.
Council Bluffs.
Council Bluffs, right? Yeah.
Across
Okay.
the river.
Yeah. And then was it the Western Pacific started in San Francisco and went to Sacramento?
It was Central.
Then the Central went from Sacramento.
Central Pacific, which was the predecessor of SP, Central Pacific.
Okay.
And they built from Sacramento
To
over the Sierra Nevada to Promontory Point. Actually,
Yeah.
maybe a little beyond.
Central Pacific must have got the short straw because that was a
That was a tough piece of railroad.
little bit of difficult digging from across those mountains, I would imagine. As far as this railroad's concerned, took about the same length of time. Took 5 years, almost to the day. Started, moved the fence on the other side of the garage. Was the first thing I did, and that was the day after I finished Virginia's kitchen remodel. And while I was remodeling her kitchen, I wasn't thinking about this railroad at all. I was focused on the kitchen.
Can I interject?
No.
Don't worry about it, we know.
No. Yes, go ahead, my dear.
He told me one day that he built all this. Not a dime did he spend. It was all leftovers from the kitchen.
There was a lot of stuff from that kitchen. All this stonework up there, all the lights in the garage.
All that track. It's all
Well,
left over from the kitchen.
we had help with that.
That's what he said. You know, I'm a believing kind of person.
Yeah. Anyway, so it took about 1.5 years to build the garage extension and turntable and the trestle down to the creek. Took 2 years to do this loop, Jenna's loop. 2 years to do all that, and then about another 1.5 years to go from the tunnel up back and do all this trestle work here. So that's where the five years came. I'll have to admit it did get some interesting attention from passerbys. For living on a cul-de-sac, there was lots of cars up and down the street, and so I began to inquire a little bit, what people were thinking. The most common comment that was, or question that was asked was, "Has that guy lost his mind?" And then there was other things like, hasn't he got something to do? Especially when I had all this dug up out here, and Sean remembers this was a mess out here. There was dirt piles everywhere, and it was dug up or it was piled up in piles. And so that was kind of a mess for a while. I had somebody ask me a while ago about the name of the railroad, and you can see on the stock car here, it's the Virginia Central and Wabash. Okay, so there's actually three themes that drive that, and one has been the Wabash. Anybody's ever seen my little trains upstairs know they're all Wabash, and my heroes back in the day were Roy Acuff and Dizzy Dean and all that. And I love the Wabash colors. That's coming from a guy that's colorblind, but still like those. The Virginia Central comes from my interest in Civil War history. And the Virginia Central Railroad was the predominant rail support for Lee's Army of Northern Virginia during the war. And there's lots written about the Virginia Central. And the third theme was, it's a no-brainer. You always name your railroad after the owner. Virginia.
I was wondering where I got in there. You kept telling me it was my railroad.
Oh, it is.
I wondered when you were going to give me credit for that. Virginia Central. Yeah, right.
I'll give you my story. I'll give you my story later.
Now I thought, when I got to this point, I thought I was done. Say, well, I can move on to other stuff, have all kinds of just travel and do stuff. Nope, she's got all kinds of projects lined up, additional stuff, more tracks away. We're gonna, right here, that's the proof if I've ever told it, Dale.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Right here, you can see a switch coming off of the track down here. This is going to be a new station right here, a new Madison station. Speaking of the kids,
They lost
in here. She said that was top priority, so we're going to put in Madison station right here. And down here in this bottom area will be a double reversing loop, so that we can come out of the tunnel, go through the loop, go back the other way, or come from this direction, and you can see a switch over here, go into the loop there and go back to the north. So it's going to be a giant figure 8, in effect, if you use it that way. There'll be additional passing tracks. She wants to remodel and increase the size of the turntable over here, so we're going to upgrade the turntable.
We are. Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
It's kind of outdated. What is it? A couple years old?
Well, you keep buying all these trains, so we got to, what do you do?
Gotta go shopping.
Okay, I want to recognize a couple of folks that
Wait a minute. I am not.
I want to recognize a couple of folks that have had a little bit to do with this over time here. Some of them aren't here, but one that I think of real quick is this guy here. He came running down the driveway with his pickup one time with this giant blue lamb beam hanging out the back end of it. And I thought, what in the world is Doug doing? Well, that's part of the canopy extension for the current Madison station.
You said it was part of the kitchen remodel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
We were going to stick to that.
Yeah, that's right.
There's the
Yeah,
kitchen
thank you.
remodel.
Yeah, thank you. That's exactly right.
Good
Yeah.
cover, Doug.
So, thank you for that and the support along the way. These guys with the Northeast Oklahoma Live Steamer, this guy right here, Dave Solomon, kind of pulled us all together and did paperwork, got us on Facebook, got us some Discovery Live Steam, and watch where you walk, guys. Oh, there's Owen. One of my favorites. What you do there, buddy?
He brought his glasses.
And it's been kind of a leader for our, not kind of, is our leader for the NEOLS group, and appreciate all your efforts with that and keeping up with what's going on. So, and we got Dale that's an NEOLS member, and who am I missing? am I missing anybody?
We got Brian up there, but he's from Loco, and
Yeah, I haven't got Brian. But we got Sperry Tom and Muskogee Tom. We're both gone. They're not here.
they're out here. Yeah.
And your dad was going to make it.
Yeah, he'll be late.
But, okay. And I feel like there's somebody else. I can't remember who it is. Anyway, appreciate you guys' support on all this. Brian Laycock. When I got interested in steamers, Brian was the first guy I talked to. He gave me a lot of good counsel and wisdom at Loco on what to do and what not to do and what to look for and what to stay away from. And appreciate, Brian, your help with all this. We've got a couple of visitors from the Northeast. Chris Kamen. Chris, let them know who you are. Carl Baskin. Chris is builder extraordinaire, got his own track system up there. All this rail came from Chris. He's got some good contacts for that kind of material. He and Carl built these switches. Now there's some in Tahlequah, I understand. Chris has got a beautiful layout. His where I've got scrub oaks and junk trees here, essentially, he has got some of the prettiest 50, how tall are they? 30, 40 foot Scotch pines and blue spruce trees, the prettiest yard I've ever seen in my life. So, and he's going to move to Tennessee. Everybody's got to live somewhere, don't they? So, Chris, thanks for all your help with this. Carl Baskin, my mentor. He has forgotten more about this hobby than I'll ever know. And I don't know how many pickles he's bailed me out of, traps he's kept me from falling into. I can't say enough thanks to you for all your help with this.
You're most welcome.
He super builder. That stock car I pointed to, built from scratch. Carl built that. What he hasn't built, he's upgraded. The steamer, he upgraded that for me. Put brakes on it, air brake system on it, and a lot of other things. Done some work on my diesel. And the caboose, put a brake system on it for me. So there's not much that you haven't had a hand in.
I'm sorry.
So, no, thank you very much for
You're welcome.
what you've done.
Thank you for inviting us.
Well, that's hey, half of this is getting to share it with people. If you didn't have people to share this with, you'd have to ask yourself why you're doing it. Laura and Brian. Brian's been out here a minute. Where'd Brian go? He's chasing. There he is over there hiding. He's out here and he's helped me lift a few things along the line. Laura has been somebody to talk to. It seems like the owner of the railroad is never interested in me talking to her about railroad. I don't know why that is. Laura's always interested. And, so thank you for listening. Enough talking. Let's drive some golden spikes. I need to find somebody to do that.
Children.
I need to find your children. Madison!
Maddie, can you find Caleb and Landon?
Oh, one other person that I'd like to. Hey,
Hey, what?
don't run off.
Hey.
One other person that I would like to thank is the owner of the railroad, Miss Virginia. There we go.
What time's lunch?
I am so deserving.
She has
checks with me
been
before every move.
super tolerant and had wonderful ideas on this railroad. So, would you come forward and help me with the driving of the spikes?
Go forward.
I don't know how this is going to. This is going to be interesting.
They're not golden nails. They call them golden nails down there.
Might be a place for a picture or something. Okay, I have before me here. Where's Matt? These are real gold spikes. Who's out here laughing? Maybe Kay?
You know him too well.
Now these. Right, good, how heavy is that?
Don't lose it, you know.
These were manufactured at the Baskin Machine Works, New Lenox, Illinois, delivered in a Brinks truck. And have been under armed guard and Virginia safe since they were delivered. So, I had to think about that one. Okay, we're going to put one here on the Virginia Central side of the railroad, which is right, come here. You're gonna put this in there. Come here, I want you to put this right here. Try that in. You got, yeah, you don't use your hand. You gotta hit the spot. You wanna get around on
You
this
didn't
side?
hit the real one the first time either.
Okay, yeah. Very good. Okay, turn around, look so you can take a picture. Okay, big hand for Maddie Spade. Okay, where's the Caleb base? It is. Okay, we have another, feel how heavy that is.
Uh-oh.
Bill, is that heavy? It's not? Oh, okay. Okay, put that one right here. Yeah, right there. Okay, where's your hammer? There you go. Okay. Hope we got some replacement rails. Very good. Okay, turn around for a back. Okay. We have one more. This is the Landon PH Stinky. Oh. Okay. Landon is quite a builder. Well, Landon, he helps a lot out here. He helps move my rock pile. And he'll distribute it around the yard, and especially in areas where there's deep grass and I can mow over the rocks. Okay, right here.
Landon, good job, buddy.
Okay. Well, so we can get the picture here. Big hand for the Landon PH. If anybody, let's see, get everybody around up here. I want all the kids up here to get a picture. And we've got them all up here. I see some right there. There's Owen. Come on here.
Come on, kiddos. Okay, you need to bring your kiddo up here. Who's got the background right there? Come on.
There you go, Virginia. Put your pants on. Okay. You want the pink one? Okay. Scoot in here. Scoot in here. Down. Okay. Now, true to form of the original, if you ever see a picture of the original celebration, there was champagne bottles, right? We went to the National Archives and had them check the original records to see what was in those bottles. Well, it really wasn't champagne. One of them was Diet Coke and the other one was Mountain Dew. We want to get those in here. Can you get the trains in here, Dave?
Yeah.
I mean, just minor deal.
Everything's straight.
Yeah.
We're good.
Okay. Everybody got what they want? Oh yeah. Thank you.
Look this way, Jenna.
Okay.
That's right.
Oh, no, we got some more pictures.